What is up everyone, this is the Gaming Archive 19 here, bringing you today a first impressions video of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now of course, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 I managed to get on launch day. I've played around probably 6 to 5 hours now of the multiplayer. I've played a bit of the zombies and also a bit of the campaign, so I think I'm now in the right frame of mind, to talk about my first impressions on the game, what I think of it so far and how it ranks compared to the other Call of Duties that I've played previously. So going into Black Ops 3, I was expecting, a very good Call of Duty. I mean, Black Ops is one of the very few Call of Duty series now, or would you rather call sub-series, that I actually now really enjoy. I mean, Black Ops 1 is probably one of my top 2 favourite Call of Duty games ever made. I just loved Black Ops 1 so much. It just holds such a special, place in terms of Call of Duty games. And so I was immediately hyped up for this one. I mean, I liked 2, but I just didn't find it to be as good as the original. But now, of course, we have Black Ops 3. And I'm happy to say that this is definitely one of the better Call of Duties of recent memory. I would easily say it's better than Advanced Warfare. You can just tell overall by just how it's made. It just feels a bit better and a bit more professional compared to Advanced Warfare. So first off, I'm going to start with the campaign. Now, to be honest with you, I've only played around 3 to 4 missions of the campaign so far, so I can't really say much. It's not really a very story-driven campaign. It's more or less just, you surviving waves of enemies while the game tries to add, a bit of a story to it. Not much of a story, but, at least it's something to keep the player occupied. I would say, however, that with the campaign, my only complaint is that I found it to be, very boring if you don't play it with friends, because I think I played about 2 of the missions by myself, and then the next 2 I played with my friends, and I was having much more fun and enjoying it a lot more, and found it a lot less stressful when I was playing with my friend compared to when I was playing it by myself. And I don't know whether the campaign is made to be like that, or whether it's just what I generally prefer, but, I mean, I'm not going to say the campaign is terrible by any sorts of the imagination. It's just so different compared to what Call of Duty has done beforehand. And, if you're somebody who's a very loyal fan of the series, you may or may not like the campaign. I mean, some people really do hate it. I honestly love the campaign and how they've, tried to make something different, which is why I love Treyarch. They try something different with the campaigns, and I have to applaud them for this. I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to spoil the campaign for anyone. But yeah, it's definitely worth a check out, but definitely try and get your friends to play it along with you. Now next move on to the multiplayer, and I cannot tell you how much I've been enjoying this multiplayer. It is so fun to play. This is, as soon as I got onto my first match, I immediately said to myself, this is much better than Advanced Warfare, and there's a few reasons as to why. The big problem I had with Advanced Warfare's multiplayer is that I felt like the exosuits were a bit of a gimmick. I mean, I liked them at first, and in my initial review of Advanced Warfare, I liked them, but however, as time got on, I saw them as a bit of a gimmick. I saw them as a bit, a bit lazy. It felt as if they were just tacked on, and Sledgehammer didn't really know what else to do with it. However, in Black Ops 3, the exosuits have now been replaced with thrusters, which are basically the same, but the difference here is that you can actually change distance in mid-air without having to push your, the left analog stick in, which I found a lot more useful. It just feels a lot more different, and in my opinion, it felt as if I had more control over the actions I was doing. So ultimately, I did find it a bit more useful. Also, I like the fact of how it tells you on screen, how much you've got left, how much, how you would say, boost you've got left, because unlike in Advanced Warfare, in Black Ops 3, you can actually do multiple boosts, which I really, really like. It just adds a bit more control to it, and it also allows you to mess around with playstyles and see which one suits you better. The guns in the game are very good. I will admit I have used the KN-44 for the majority of the multiplayer, but the other weapons I have used are very well. I don't see any overpowered weapons as of yet, but I will admit that the KN-44 is a pretty good weapon, and you get it right at the start of the game, so I'm not going to say any more. I don't honestly know if there's any more overpowered weapons in the multiplayer, but it's very good. I like the maps as well. The maps are very, very balanced. A funny thing is that I've still yet to get a game on Nuketown, which is very, very odd. I mean, I've downloaded the Nuketown map, but I haven't had one single match on it, which I find a bit weird. I mean, I don't know whether it's just because people hate the map, or whether because not many people have pre-ordered the game from game.co.uk, and that's why they don't have it. But, I really want to have a match go on that map and see what it's like. But the other maps are very, very decent, I will say that for sure. Definitely not anything as memorable as maps, say, from like Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 1, but they're still very, very decent and very, very good maps. But overall, the multiplayer is doing very well. Definitely better than Advanced Warfare's. Probably one of my top 3 favourite multiplayers. Still not as good as like Modern Warfare 2, but to be honest with you, that multiplayer was so perfect that I find it unbelievable if, you know, Treyarch were going to overtop that, but you know, it's not far off doing so. And then last but not least, we move on to zombies. Now, of course, the game launches with one map on zombies, which is of course Shadows of Evil. Now, I actually really enjoyed the map itself. It's gigantic. You'll think at first that the map is very, very small because the starting area is very tiny. But literally, as soon as you open that first gate, so much of the map is open, and every time you open a gate, a load more of the map becomes open, and that's what I love about, you know, this map. It feels like it has a bigger space, like open space to it, and I really enjoyed that. It just felt as if I had more places to go. It felt more interesting as well. I love the setting. The characters are all awesome. Of course, they got nothing on the original, and yeah, but I really do enjoy the map. It's very, very good, very, very balanced. I only survived up to around 15 on it yet. I hope to get higher because I mean 15 isn't exactly high, but you know, it looks a very good map, and I'm definitely going to see myself playing this for a long time. I do plan on getting the season pass so I can play the giant or the Reese or whatever you want to call it. But I definitely plan on getting the season pass sometime in the future, and to play that map because I mean, come on, the Reese, man, who would reject the chance to play probably the best map on, you know, all of Black Ops Zombies history? Who wouldn't? But anywho, with that being said, I'll say for now, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is a very good game, definitely a recommended purchase, and if you are a Call of Duty fan, or just somebody who's new to the franchise, definitely buy it because I mean, this is a very good game. I'm really liking it so far. But with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.